Actually, I was proposing before when we met here informally that we would be moderating each other. Yeah. Um, so we are going to talk about first achievements and challenges of in filmmaking in the context of coming from the Northeast. So I propose to first talk about achievements and then we move on to struggles. I mean, about struggles we can go on and on the entire day, but let's talk about whatever we have achieved. Each of us come from different states, and Mr. I'll call Josie. Is that okay, sir? So even though Josie sir comes from Kerala, he has adopted Northeast, and he is now based in Kolkata and mostly make films. And I'm sure many of you have seen Amis. And one film about Samten Bhutia I loved was Tandro. So, and national awards winning filmmakers. And Bhaskar's film has been in Tribeca, Busan, and sometimes film has been in Melbourne, and of course various other national and international film festivals. So moving ahead, I would like to start with with you. You can let's talk about achievements, about the state you have worked on. Not about Malayalam films, but films from the Five Sisters you have made on. If you can talk a little bit about it, maybe 5 minutes. Each of us can take 5 minutes about the achievements.
Thank you for coming. And if I exceed time, please signal.
All right.
And I was working with Film Division's Kolkata office, under which the entire Northeast was covered. And in 1999, I went to Tamenglong district, from where Mr. Pamik comes from, Joint Secretary. At that time, bamboo was flowering there after some 40 years of cycle. The bamboo flowering is not it's not a colorful one. The bamboo dies, as it flowers, And so every time of flowering, the rat population explodes and the standing crops are destroyed, famine. So bamboo flowering for the tribal from Kolkata. We reached there on the 6th day, the village. And so those were 35 mm celluloid era, where you have all these noisy cameras. And the rodents come and then eat this bamboo flower, which looks like a pear fruit, at night. And if I switch on my camera with the noise, running noise of the camera, not only that scares the rats, it also scares the villages. It is that noisy. And so I discovered a new India for me in 1999. And at that time, Pavan was, I think, in his college. And so all those films which I used to get to see from Northeast was basically but from this side, when we look at, we call it Northeast, and as it is a single unit, no. So it became, more challenging than knowing Manipur, Mizoram, and Tripura and all where I had done films. So I have also done films about my confusion about getting lost into this language tree of tongues there in Tripura. Two tribals, the link language in Tripura for the two tribals when they speak is Bangla, which is a foreign language for them. It is not their language. So we went there and did some filmmaking workshops and all with the universities. I mean, so I have 3 films here. One is from Manipur, the other one is in Mizoram, and the other one is on Arivam Sham Sharma, the master filmmaker. And also, I feel, you know, the attempt from this side to go to Northeast and then tell stories should be with humility, that it's not that, you know, that we are in a discovery channel mode, discovering some aboriginals and with their exotica. No, they are real people, real living people with their conflicts. And then how do I really get into it unless and until I have that preparedness myself? So that is the basic challenge. And to know what is that Northeasterner, then you enter into Manipur, then you enter into the hills and valleys. So it's a plethora of identities, and so unless and until you are prepared for a single film, you know how to really capture it. I mean, for me that was the greatest challenge.
Okay, I think you have gone to challenge, but in the same time, I see achievement in what you have done. And
in a lighter scale, the achievement is sitting here.
No, it's a great achievement to work in different languages, and like you say, there is no language. There are languages. Of course, India being so diverse country, it's true in all regions, but it's truest in the Northeast, because it's when people from outside from the Northeast, people from other part of India, when they say Northeast, first of all they used to confuse, oh, I have been to Northeast, and then where? In Nepal. Okay. So that's we are bettering, we are improving in that, and our knowledge is a little more wider. But in the what they need to also understand is that in one state itself there are so many languages, and so in such circumstances you went, and he deserves a round applause.